My sister stole from me. Not money, not clothes. Something that belonged to our grandmother. Something irreplaceable. And when I confronted her, she looked me straight in the eye and lied. So I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I just waited. And what happened next destroyed her in front of everyone. There are some things in life you can replace. A broken phone, a stolen car, even lost money. But family heirlooms? Those are different. They carry history. They carry memories. They carry the weight of generations. When someone steals something like that from you, it's not just theft. It's betrayal. It's erasing a piece of your family's story. My sister did exactly that. She took something precious, something that wasn't hers, and she thought I'd never know. She was wrong. This is the story of how a stolen necklace revealed the truth about who my sister really is. Let me start from the beginning so you understand what this necklace means. My grandmother passed away 4 years ago. She was 91 years old and lived a full, beautiful life. She was the kind of woman everyone loved. Kind, generous, strong. She held our family together through everything. Deaths, divorces, financial struggles. She was the glue. When she died, she left behind a few pieces of jewelry. Nothing crazy expensive, nothing that would make you rich, but every piece had a story, a history. My grandmother wasn't wealthy, but she treasured the few nice things she owned. The most special piece was a gold necklace with a small sapphire pendant. My grandfather gave it to her on their 25th wedding anniversary. She wore it on every important occasion after that. Family weddings, graduations, holidays, church on Sundays. That necklace was her signature piece. In her will, she left it to me. Not because I was her favorite, not because I deserved it more than anyone else, but because I was the one who took care of her in her final years. I moved her into my home. I fed her, bathed her, sat with her during her worst days. I held her hand when she took her last breath. My sister, Karen, didn't do any of that. She visited maybe 3 times in 2 years, always had an excuse. Too busy with work, too stressed, too tired. She'd show up for an hour, make small talk, and leave. Meanwhile, I was the one changing bedpans and sleeping in a chair next to Grandma's bed. So when Grandma left me the necklace, Karen was upset. I didn't say it directly, but I could tell. She made comments, little digs. Things like, I guess some people get rewarded for doing the bare minimum. Or, Mom would have wanted me to have something too. I didn't engage. I just accepted the necklace, put it in my jewelry box, and tried to honor my grandmother's memory. That necklace sat safely in my bedroom for 3 years. I wore it occasionally. Special dinners, anniversaries, times when I wanted to feel close to Grandma. But mostly, it stayed tucked away, safe. Until 6 months ago. Karen came to visit me in late March. It was the first time she'd been to my house in almost a year. She called me out of the blue and asked if she could stay for the weekend. Said she needed a break from her life, from her husband, from everything. She sounded stressed, so I said yes. She arrived on a Friday evening. We had dinner, talked, caught up. It was actually nice. I thought maybe we were finally rebuilding our relationship after years of distance. On Saturday, we went shopping, got our nails done, had lunch. It felt like old times, like when we were kids and actually liked each other. I was happy. I thought maybe this visit would be a turning point for us. Sunday morning, she left, hugged me goodbye, thanked me for the weekend, said we should do it again soon. I waved as she drove away, feeling good about everything. 2 days later, I went to my jewelry box to get a pair of earrings. The necklace was gone. At first, I thought I misplaced it. I looked everywhere. Under the bed, in drawers, in other jewelry boxes, in the bathroom. I tore my bedroom apart looking for it. Nothing. Then I remembered. Karen had been in my room. On Saturday morning, she asked to borrow a sweater because she was cold. I told her to check my closet. My jewelry box sits on my dresser right next to the closet. She was alone in my room for maybe 10 minutes. My stomach dropped. No, she wouldn't. She couldn't. Not my own sister. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. She was the only person who had been in my house, the only person who had access to my room, the only person who knew where I kept my jewelry. I didn't want to believe it. I really didn't. So I waited a few days, kept looking, kept hoping I'd find it somewhere I hadn't checked. But deep down, I knew. Karen took it. I called her the following week, tried to keep my voice calm, casual. Hey, did you happen to see Grandma's necklace when you were here? I can't find it, and I'm wondering if maybe it fell into your bag or something. There was a pause. Just a second, but I heard it. That tiny moment of hesitation.
No, she said. I didn't see it. Did you check everywhere? Yeah, I've looked everywhere. Well, I definitely don't have it. Maybe you put it somewhere and forgot? You know how you can be sometimes. That comment stung, like I was some forgetful idiot who loses things. I don't forget where I put Grandma's necklace, Karen. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't take it. I didn't even go near your jewelry. She sounded defensive, irritated, like I was accusing her of something horrible, which technically I was. But I wasn't being mean about it. I was giving her a chance to come clean. Okay, I said quietly. If you see it or remember anything, let me know. I will, but I didn't take it. We hung up. I sat there, staring at my phone, feeling sick. She lied, right to my face. My own sister stole from me and then lied about it. I could have pushed harder. I could have accused her directly. But what would that accomplish? She'd just deny it. We'd fight, she'd play the victim, and I'd have no proof. So I did something different. I decided to wait, to watch, to see what she did next. Because here's the thing about thieves. They can't help themselves. They want to show off what they stole. They want people to see it, admire it, ask about it, especially when it's something beautiful. And my grandmother's necklace was beautiful. I didn't tell anyone what happened. Not my husband, not my kids, not my cousins. I kept it to myself because I needed Karen to feel safe. I needed her to think she got away with it. Over the next few weeks, I stayed in touch with her, like normal. Texted her occasionally, liked her social media posts, acted like everything was fine. And I watched. I watched her Facebook, her Instagram, every photo she posted, every event she attended, looking for the necklace. For a while, nothing. She posted pictures of her garden, her dog, meals she cooked, normal stuff. Then, about 3 weeks after her visit, she posted a photo from a night out with friends. Dinner at some fancy restaurant. She was dressed up, hair done, makeup perfect, and around her neck was my grandmother's necklace.
My hands shook as I zoomed in on the photo. It was definitely the necklace. Same gold chain, same sapphire pendant, unmistakable. She was wearing stolen property in a public photo for everyone to see. Part of me wanted to comment right there, call her out, tell everyone what she did, but I didn't. Because I realized something. This was bigger than just getting the necklace back. This was about exposing who Karen really was, not just to me, but to everyone. So I saved the photo, screenshotted it, and I started planning. Our family reunion was coming up in 2 months. Every year, our entire extended family gets together for a big party. Aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone. It's loud and chaotic and full of people who knew our grandmother. People who would recognize her necklace. That's when I'd make my move. I spent the next 2 months acting completely normal. Karen had no idea I knew. She probably thought I gave up looking for the necklace. Maybe she thought I assumed I lost it. Or maybe she didn't think about it at all. She kept wearing it. Posted a few more photos over those weeks. Each time, I saved them, built my evidence. My husband finally asked me one night why I was being so quiet. I broke down and told him everything. Showed him the photos, explained my plan. He was angry, wanted to confront Karen immediately, but I convinced him to trust me, to let me handle it my way. She needs to be exposed, I said. Not just to us, but to everyone. She needs to face what she did in front of the people who knew Grandma. That's the only way she'll feel the weight of this. He agreed. Reluctantly, but he agreed. The reunion arrived. It was at my aunt's house, like always. Big backyard, tables full of food, kids running around, music playing, the whole family vibe. Karen showed up about an hour after it started. And of course, she was wearing the necklace. Bold. So incredibly bold. She walked around hugging people, chatting, laughing, acting like everything was normal. And nobody said anything at first because not everyone knew Grandma as well as the older generation did. But I knew who would recognize it. My Aunt Linda, my Uncle Robert, my cousin Marie, they were all there. They all spent years seeing Grandma wear that necklace. I just had to wait for the right moment.
About 2 hours into the party, we all gathered for a family photo. Everyone squeezed together on the back porch, smiling, posing. Karen stood in the front row, necklace clearly visible. After the photo, people started breaking off into smaller groups. I saw my Aunt Linda talking to Karen. They were laughing about something. And then I saw it. Aunt Linda's eyes dropped to the necklace. Her smile faded. She leaned in closer, looking at it. "Is that Mom's necklace?" she asked. Karen froze. Just for a second, then recovered. "Oh, this? Yeah, it was Grandma's. It's so beautiful, right?" "Where did you get it?" Aunt Linda asked, and her tone was different now. Suspicious. "It was passed down to me," Karen said smoothly. "Family heirloom." I walked over. Calm, casual, like I just wanted to join the conversation. "That's interesting," I said, "because Grandma left that necklace to me, in her will." Karen's face went pale. She looked at me like a deer caught in headlights. "What are you talking about?" she said, but her voice was shaky. "That's my necklace, Karen. The one that went missing from my house after you visited in March." By now, other people were listening. My Uncle Robert walked over, my cousin Marie, my mom. A small crowd was forming. "You told me you didn't take it," I continued, keeping my voice steady. "You looked me in the eye and said you never saw it." I didn't take anything," Karen said, but she was backing away now, defensive, panicked. "Then how are you wearing it?" my Aunt Linda asked. "I bought one that looks similar."
It's not the same one." I pulled out my phone, opened my photos, showed everyone the screenshots of Karen wearing the necklace over the past 2 months. "Here's you wearing it 3 weeks after you visited me. And here, and here. That's not a similar necklace. That's Grandma's exact necklace. The one she wore for 40 years. The one everyone in this family would recognize." My Uncle Robert leaned in to look at the necklace closer. Then he looked at Karen with disgust. "That's Mom's necklace," he said quietly. "I'd know it anywhere. I'm the one who helped Dad pick it out."
Karen's eyes filled with tears. Not sad tears, angry tears, cornered tears. "You're making a scene," she hissed at me. "This is ridiculous." "Is it?" I asked. "Because from where I'm standing, you stole from me. You stole from our family. You took something that Grandma specifically left to me, and you've been wearing it around like it's yours." People were murmuring now, shaking their heads, looking at Karen with disappointment and shock. My mom stepped forward, looking heartbroken. "Karen, did you take that necklace?" Karen's face crumpled. She tried to speak, but nothing came out. She looked around at all the faces staring at her, judging her, seeing her for what she was. Finally, she ripped the necklace off, threw it at me. It hit my chest and fell to the ground. "Fine, take it. It's just a stupid necklace anyway." Then she grabbed her purse and stormed out, got in her car, and left. The party went silent for a minute. Then my Aunt Linda picked up the necklace from the ground and handed it to me. "I'm so sorry," she said softly. "I can't believe she did that." Neither could I, but I also could, because this wasn't out of character for Karen. This was who she'd always been. Selfish, entitled, willing to take what she wanted without caring who she hurt. The rest of the reunion was awkward. People tried to go back to normal, but everyone was talking about what happened. Some people texted Karen. She didn't respond. Some people defended her, said maybe there was a misunderstanding. But most people knew the truth. You don't storm out and throw jewelry at someone if you're innocent. My mom called me that night. She was crying. Said she didn't raise Karen to be like this. Said she was ashamed. Said she'd talk to her. I told her not to. I told her Karen needed to sit with what she did, needed to face the consequences without anyone running to rescue her. A week later, Karen sent me a text. Not an apology, just, "I hope you're happy. You made me look like a terrible person in front of everyone." I didn't respond. 2 weeks after that, she sent another message. This one was longer. Said she was sorry. Said she didn't mean to take it. Said she just wanted to feel close to Grandma. Said she was going through a hard time and wasn't thinking clearly. Said she panicked when I asked about it and didn't know how to admit what she did. I read the message, didn't reply. Because here's the thing, I don't think she was actually sorry. I think she was sorry she got caught, sorry she was exposed, sorry her reputation was damaged. But I don't think she actually understood what she did wrong. I don't think she grasped the depth of the betrayal. She didn't just steal jewelry. She stole a piece of our grandmother's legacy. She stole something that was meant to stay in our family, to be passed down, to carry meaning. And when I caught her, she didn't apologize. She didn't come clean. She lied, tried to gaslight me, tried to make me feel crazy. That's not someone who made a mistake. That's someone who showed their true character. This whole situation forced me to look at my relationship with my sister differently. Growing up, Karen was always the golden child. She was prettier, more popular, more successful. My parents praised her constantly.
she could do no wrong. I was the responsible one, the boring one, the one who did what was expected without complaint. I took care of Grandma because that's what you do. You take care of family. I didn't do it for recognition or reward. I did it because it was right. But Karen resented me for it. She saw Grandma leaving me the necklace as favoritism, as me being chosen over her. She couldn't understand that it wasn't about being the favorite. It was about showing up, about being there, about sacrifice. Karen wanted the reward without doing the work. She wanted the heirloom without earning it. And when she didn't get it, she decided to just take it. That tells you everything you need to know about a person. After the reunion, several family members reached out to me. They shared their own stories about Karen. Times she borrowed money and never paid it back. Times she lied about small things. Times she manipulated situations to make herself look good. I realized I wasn't the only one who saw this side of her. I was just the first one to call it out publicly. And you know what? I don't feel guilty about it. Some people said I embarrassed her, that I should have handled it privately. But I tried that. I gave her a chance to confess, to apologize, to make it right. She chose to lie instead.
So yes, I exposed her. And I do it again, because people like Karen only change when they face real consequences. When their actions catch up with them. When they can't hide behind excuses and charm. After everything settled down, I took the necklace to a jeweler, had it cleaned, had the clasp repaired because Karen had damaged it when she ripped it off her neck. I could have started wearing it more, could have kept it locked away for safety, could have done a lot of things, but I decided to do something different. I have a daughter. She's 26 years old, and she has a daughter of her own now. My granddaughter, Emma, just turned 7. Emma never met my grandmother, but I tell her stories all the time about how strong she was, how kind, how she held our family together. Emma loves hearing these stories. She looks at old photos and asks questions and soaks up every detail. One afternoon, I called my daughter and Emma over. I sat Emma down and told her about the necklace, about how her great-great-grandmother wore it, about what it meant, about the kind of woman she was. Then I put the necklace around Emma's neck. "This is yours now," I told her. "Not to wear every day, not until you're older, but it's yours. You're the keeper of this family's history now. And when you have a daughter someday, you'll pass it to her, and the story will continue." Emma's eyes went wide. She touched the pendant carefully, like it was made of glass. "Really? It's really mine?" "Really." My daughter started crying. Happy tears. She hugged me and thanked me and said she'd make sure Emma understood how special it was. I didn't tell Karen I gave it to Emma. She doesn't need to know. This isn't about her anymore. This is about preserving something good, something meaningful, something that connects us to the women who came before us. Karen had her chance to be part of this legacy. She threw it away. Literally. So, I'm giving that chance to someone who deserves it, someone who will treasure it, someone who will understand what it represents. And, honestly, that feels right. That feels like exactly what Grandma would have wanted. There's an old saying that stolen treasures carry curses. I used to think that was just superstition, but after everything that happened, I believe it now. Not because of magic or karma or cosmic justice, but because stealing reveals something about your character. And once people see that, you can't unsee it. The curse isn't the object, The curse is how people look at you afterward. Karen didn't just lose a necklace. She lost respect, she lost trust, she lost relationships. Half our family won't talk to her anymore. The ones who do keep her at arm's length. Nobody invites her to things, nobody shares personal information with her, nobody trusts her. That's the curse. That's the cost. And it was way more expensive than any piece of jewelry. I think about what she could have done differently. She could have asked me to borrow the necklace. I probably would have said yes. She could have told me how much it meant to her. We could have shared it, taken turns wearing it, made it something that brought us together instead of tearing us apart. But she didn't do any of that. She chose to take, to lie, to deceive. And now she lives with that choice. Meanwhile, that necklace sits safe in my daughter's home, waiting for Emma to grow up, waiting to be worn at Emma's graduation, her wedding, important moments in her life, just like Grandma wore it at important moments in hers. That's what heirlooms are supposed to do. Connect generations, tell stories, carry love forward. Karen tried to break that chain, but she failed because the necklace found its way to exactly where it belongs. This story isn't just about a stolen necklace. It's about boundaries, about standing up for yourself, about not letting people walk all over you just because they're family. For years, I let Karen treat me poorly. I made excuses for her. I tried to keep the peace. I told myself blood is thicker than water and family is everything. But you know what? Family isn't everything if that family hurts you, disrespects you, steals from you. Being related to someone doesn't give them permission to treat you badly. It doesn't mean you have to accept their behavior. It doesn't mean you have to protect them from consequences. Real family shows up. Real family respects you. Real family doesn't steal your grandmother's necklace and lie about it. And when someone shows you who they really are, believe them. Don't make excuses. Don't justify their actions. Don't convince yourself it's not that bad. It is that bad. And you deserve better. I wish I had learned this lesson sooner. I wish I had set boundaries with Karen years ago. Maybe things would be different now. Maybe we'd have a real relationship instead of this broken thing we have now. Or maybe not. Maybe Karen is just who she is, and nothing I did or didn't do would change that. Either way, I'm done making excuses for her. I'm done pretending things are okay when they're not. I'm done sacrificing my peace to keep her comfortable. That ends now. Losing Karen as a sister hurts. I won't pretend it doesn't. We grew up together, shared a childhood, have decades of history. But you know what I gained? Self-respect, boundaries, a clearer understanding of what I will and won't accept in my life. I also gained a deeper appreciation for the family members who did show up. My Aunt Linda, who immediately believed me. My Uncle Robert, who confirmed the necklace without hesitation. My mom, who chose to support me even though it meant facing hard truths about her daughter. Those people matter. Those relationships matter. And Emma, sweet Emma, who now carries a piece of our family history with her, who will grow up knowing the story of her great-great-grandmother, who will hopefully pass that story and that necklace to her own daughter someday. That's the legacy. Not the necklace itself, but what it represents. Strength, resilience, family, love that spans generations. Karen tried to steal that, but she couldn't, because legacy isn't something you can take. It's something you earn, something you honor, something you protect.
And I'm protecting it now, not just for me, but for Emma, for her daughter, for all the women who will come after us. That's worth more than any relationship with the sister who doesn't respect me. It's been 4 months since the reunion. Karen and I haven't spoken. She sent a few messages. I haven't responded. My mom asks me occasionally if I'm going to forgive her. I tell her maybe, someday, but not now, not yet. Forgiveness isn't something you owe people. It's something you give when you're ready, when they've actually changed, when they've shown real remorse and made real amends. Karen hasn't done any of that. She sent a half-hearted apology text and then went quiet. That's not change. That's avoidance. So I'm not rushing to fix this. I'm not the one who broke it. She is. If she wants a relationship with me, she needs to do the work. She needs to take responsibility. She needs to show me through actions, not words, that she understands what she did and why it was wrong. Until then, I'm good. I'm at peace. I have my grandmother's necklace back. I have my self-respect intact. I have relationships with family members who actually value me. That's enough. And if Karen never comes around, if we never rebuild our relationship, that's sad, but it's okay. Because I'd rather have no sister than a sister who steals from me and lies to my face. Life's too short to keep people in your life who don't respect you. Too short to make excuses for bad behavior. Too short to sacrifice your peace for people who wouldn't do the same for you. So I'm choosing me. I'm choosing my daughter. I'm choosing Emma. I'm choosing the people who show up, who care, who respect me. And I'm letting go of the people who don't. That's not being selfish. That's being smart. That's being healthy. That's being the kind of person my grandmother raised me to be. Strong, resilient, unwilling to accept less than I deserve. The necklace is safe now. The legacy continues. And I can finally breathe, knowing I did the right thing. Even when it was hard. Even when it hurt. Even when it cost me a relationship. Because some things are worth fighting for. And my grandmother's memory is one of them.
Hit subscribe if this resonated with you.